In today's video, we will see a question that was asked in Capgemini's written exam on 30th Jan 2022. So this was a very easy question, but many of the students were not able to understand what exactly they want us to do. So we'll read the description. So this was the outcome, aggregation between objects. So what they wanted to test, how objects are aggregated, means how objects are created using other objects. So this was there were two classes. One was book, other one was author. So inside book, there was an array of author class. So we will see book class members, string ISBN, string name, this author array, then double price and int quantity. After that, they had asked us to create two constructors of book class. First one has all 5 members of book. You can see ISBN, string name, author, price, quantity. But inside this, they are not doing any operation. They just wanted us to create this. And other constructor was there, which does not have quantity. Okay. And then author class details were given. So they wanted us to have a no arg constructor, which is no argument constructor. See, this is not taking any arguments. And then there was another constructor which was taking string name and then string email as argument, but not doing this, did not have any body. And these are the members of author class. And after that, they wanted us to create a print book method, which will return output in following format. So this is nothing but auto-generated toString method. So today I will tell you the shortcut how to create toString method using Eclipse. So we will go to author class first. So I have created members. Now I will tell you the shortcut how to create constructor. Okay, so we will do a right click. I will go very slow. Right click, go to source, and from source you are seeing many options. So we'll scroll a bit and see generate constructor using fields. Okay, so initially we want a no argument constructor. So we will deselect all of them. See, this super is added by default. Even if you delete it, this is there implicitly. So now let's go back to our question and see. This part is done, author. Now we want a constructor which takes 2 arguments. So we will again do the same step, right click, go to source, generate constructor using fields, and they don't want gender. So we will unselect the gender and click on generate. See. And also they didn't want us to have body, but usually when you do coding, this is the default body that is required. So this part is done. Now we will go to the third part where they are printing author. Okay, so what we will have to do, right click, source, generate toString. So they didn't want us to print gender in it. Therefore, we will unselect the gender and click on this. See this part. And we will go and see the question. See, I will copy. Okay, they wanted us to have gender as well. So if you want to add gender, just delete it. Right click, source, generate toString. I'll copy paste it here. It was starting from here to see. name will come as name. Okay, you can name it as n, but since we have named our variable as name, this is referring to name on line number 5. Then email, this email is referring to email on line number 6, and this gender is referring to gender on line number 7. So we are done with author. Now we will go to book class. I have added all the members here. So what they wanted us to do with book class, they wanted us to have a constructor which takes all 5 arguments. So we'll again go to right, we will do a right click, source, generate constructor using field, and we will select all 5. So, and they didn't want us to have body, so we will delete it for time being, but in actual life you will need it. Our first part is done. Now second part, we will need a constructor. So again, right click, generate constructor, and in this they don't want quantity, so we'll remove the quantity, delete all this. See, now they wanted us to create a print book method, so we will create a print book method. This we will have to do it ourselves. Public print book, and this will not take any argument, this will just print. Here you have to write this. Now we will have a driver class which will create object of book. Here we will do a main, create an object of author, author a dot name, a dot gender, this is character, so we will say m for male, a dot email, now we will have to create an array of author equal to, and here we can directly put this a. Now we will create an object of book. We will use the lesser one. So since we do not have any, actually what we will do, we will change this constructor, do a right click, source, constructor using field, and we will have this body, so that whenever we pass any value here it gets set. Otherwise we will have to do like what we have done in this author. So we will use this constructor, and sorry, this is double, so we will say 10.t authors, we will put authors, and here book name is my book, it was ISBN, so ISBN, and book name is my book. Now we just have to do book and call print book. We will run and see. Okay, toString method is, we have not included toString method, so we will do right click, source, generate toString method, select everything, and then click on generate. See, this was asked in the question. Now we will again run our driver class. run as Java application. We'll copy this output. And paste it here, comment it, and we will see what was asked in question. See, okay, they did not want us to print ISBN. So what we will do, we will go to book class and just delete this part. They wanted us to put it from name. We'll delete it. Here we will run it again. Copy. So now this is our output. See, name, authors, author. We could have provided values as N and E. We will do it. So author name is N. They wanted us to print this as E. Gender as G. And for book, they wanted us to print name as N. And quantity 10.0. So quantity, they said Q. But Q we cannot print because this quantity is integer. So now we will run and see. Now this output is almost matching the required thing. So many questions were like this only. What we just needed to do was just generate constructor using Eclipse and toString method using Eclipse, or you could have written yourself, but this was the shortcut. So you just have to create it using Eclipse, and then you had to type this in your this solution box.